Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well today. Today's installment of the video we're going to be going over our horizontal pull progression. Now with the horizontal pull, first thing you need to know is that this is going to be working your upper back muscles, more rhomboids, a little bit of lats as well, and could also incorporate some bicep involvement. Now when you first want to begin a horizontal pull, understand that you want to make sure that your scapula, so your shoulder blades, are in an elevated and retracted position. So you're going to elevate, retract, and then you're going to be in a good starting position to activate and isolate those muscles. Now, when we first start with the horizontal pull, we don't want to just jump right in and go straight to a bent over row. Our first exercise when beginning a horizontal pull will be our TRX row. So this is suspension-based training where we will be just working against gravity and our own body weight. So with this, you can angle yourself in a different position. The more horizontal you are, the more gravity has an effect on you, and the more resistance you will feel during the exercise. So I highly suggest starting off where you're a little bit more vertical and then slowly progress to where you're almost completely horizontal once you become an intermediate lifter in this position. You can also increase the resistance with this exercise by using a weighted vest or by having somebody put a plate on your chest or something like that when you are in a completely horizontal position. Now, once you master that position, you're gonna start understanding a little bit more of the musculature that's going to be involved and how to perform these following exercises. Next will be an inverted row, similar to a TRX row. You can use this on a barbell or a Smith machine. Just make sure that it is firmly planted in the base or in the squat rack, just making sure that you're not going to fall out of that and making sure that you have a good starting position before you begin. So, chest up, shoulders back, lats engaged, keeping your head also in a nice neutral position aligned with your spine, and making sure that you're not bringing that head forward as you are rowing. Our next exercise will be a chest supported row. Now, with this exercise, you can grab some dumbbells or you can do a barbell. I prefer a light barbell, especially to start off with. And with this exercise, you'll be placing your chest on a bench in a slightly inclined position. You could also do it in a completely horizontal motion, but that's a little bit more intermediate. I do suggest starting with an incline, kind of working as a high row. Now with this exercise, you're going to be doing the same thing, making sure your elbows are in, your shoulders are back, chest is pressing into the bench, and keeping that head neutral. The next exercise that we'll be working is a cable row. Now, with this, I did not have a traditional seated cable row at my gym, so what I used is I supplemented with a cable row where I was in a standing position, slightly hinged back, so it was a little bit more of a bent over row. But I do highly suggest, if your gym has it, use the seated cable row. You could also do the same motion if you have a V-bar attachment, which will allow you to have more neutral grip. To start off with that, and you can vary your attachments and it will target different musculature in your upper back. I do highly suggest that you take this exercise nice and easy and then progress in weight, starting with maybe a hypertrophic range. So really avoid using heavy weight during this position. Especially if you're using the cable row, you don't want that weight to be too much, and then you're going to injure your lower back due to the nature of the exercise. Next, I would highly suggest you move on to a landmine row. Again, my gym did not have it, so what I did instead was just progress straight to the bent over barbell row. I think these two exercises are very interchangeable. A landmine row, or you can also use as a T-bar row, is a very specific exercise, similar to the chest supported row. So I would definitely check it out if you have it. If not, we're going to move right on to the bent over barbell row. So with the bent over barbell row, I highly suggest that you check out the hinge progression video first before starting this exercise, as you will need to be in a hinge position in order to start. Now, when you are in your starting position for a bent over barbell row, you can either do an overhand grip, so palms facing down, or underhand grip, palms facing up. And this can target a little bit more bicep involvement if you have the underhand grip. I recommend starting off with the overhand grip just because it will work a little bit more the upper back musculature and the rear head of your deltoid muscles. So making sure that you are still keeping your head in line with your spine, making sure that when you're at the hinge position, you're not arching your back, so keeping a straight back, and then also making sure that you're engaging those lat muscles, so keeping those elbows really close to your side. Now, a lot of people do this exercise in many different ways, some a little bit more vertical than horizontal, where that's going to still target your lats, but it's not going to be a direct isolation movement, or a little bit more horizontal, where we can go into a Pendlay row, where a Pendlay row would be a pause at the bottom, so you would make sure that all of the inertia in the bar is gone and that it is at a dead stop, and then begin pulling the barbell to your chest or to your mid chest or lower chest. So taking these exercises one step at a time and progressing and regressing through them as needed, making sure that you are doing this at your own pace. And then at the end of the day, making sure that this is comfortable for you and making sure that this is beneficial to your training. I highly suggest progressing and regressing through these exercises as needed. And overall, just making sure that you are taking your time with these exercises and making sure that you understand the horizontal pulling movement. All these exercises can be used interchangeably throughout a workout program, wherever you feel like you need to place them. But these are great and fantastic exercises to keep moving up and down that ladder. I mean, I personally still use the TRX row, even though it is the first step on that pyramid for progression. I still use it a lot, as all these exercises are very viable in any sort of exercise program. I want to tell you all thank you very much for watching the video, and please like and comment if you have any questions. Thank you.